Hi, two people. Who's here? Let me know. Can you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down? Hi, Shannon. How are you? How you doing? Thought I'd come on live for a little bit. Very bad day today. An extended family member passed away, and he was just going to turn 20, I believe, the end of the month. Hi, Susan Scarlotta. How are you, honey? Yeah, it was a sad day today, and I got to talk to him. Well, not talk to him. I was on speaker, and he he was coming in and out of consciousness at the hospital, but he did give a thumbs up. So his mom said he heard me, but he died an hour and a half later. It has been so long, hasn't it? Oh, you have, Susan? Oh, I hope you're okay. He was diagnosed. I knew he was getting bad. I've known this now for a while. And then I have another, it's a very close family friend, and their little girl, I believe it was right before Easter, maybe a month before Easter, was diagnosed with leukemia. So we're dealing with that too. So, it's just been a bad deal all the way around lately. Hi, Leonore, how are you? So I got home and I thought, I'm going to go live because I just am in such a funk right now. Because, of course, it brings back everything about Tanya, right? So I went and got a couple plants, and I'm going to plant one for Tanya and one for Ryan. And I'm surmising that the funeral will be, I don't know, I'm thinking probably by the end of next week, I would think. I mean, I'm not sure, but I would think. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's, I feel so sorry for his mom. We've talked many times. It's my son, his wife, okay? It's her sister's son, her nephew. And he's at family gatherings, and him and I used to talk a lot, when he'd be at the family functions. And when he got diagnosed at 16, it's a very rare cancer, very rare. And it began to spread everywhere. And so they would fly to Chicago and get treatment. And they did everything they could do. And God love him. He got down to 80 pounds and he was over 6 foot. And he was on oxygen all the time. So when Daniela texted Jason and told him that they not intubated him, but extubated him, I knew that was it, that they were taking off everything. And within about 45 minutes, he was gone. Did you, Susan? I'm so sorry. It is the hardest thing. My daughter passed away. It'll be 6 years this coming March. In 2026, it'll be 6 years. Oh, cancer's, I hate it. Yeah, he did have cancer, Shannon. Hey, Mups. I got home and I thought I'd come live because nobody was live and it's boring as heck right now because all I do is think about him. And Jason, when I got there, you know, Jason, of course, was all upset. And he goes, it just brings back Tanya. And I said, I know. Thank you, Dan. How are you? Yeah, so it's been just a sad day. And then I texted the little girl that has the leukemia. And God bless her. God bless her. Her mom was sharing some private video of her taking her chemo. Bless her heart. You guys, if you could see, she's 2 years old, okay? And what a little trooper. And she's on, I think they have her on some kind of steroids because she's really, really blown up. You know what I mean? You know how steroids make you really, really puffy? Bless her little heart. And the last time I saw her, you know, I mean, she's got 2 older sisters. She's the youngest. And they're stair-step. They're like 18 months apart, each one. Well, maybe 15 months apart, each one of them. And, oh, so cute. Just as cute as she can be. And when I saw that, it just broke my heart. Just broke my heart. I know, Susan. I know. But she got through her 1 round of chemo and it did what it was supposed to do. But she still, I don't quite understand everything, but she still has something and they still have to do other treatments. And some of these treatments are extremely aggressive. So she's, you know, she's not feeling good. And here's mom trying to be mom of her 2 other daughters, you know. It's just got to be so hard, so hard. But yeah, Ryan, I mean, thank God. I mean, the only good thing is he's not in pain because he was in a lot of pain towards the end. And today he was in a lot of pain because when I was talking to him, I heard them, hi, Alice, how are you? Hey, Florida. And they came in and they said he needs something more for pain. So they went and got him some more. And he was just home just last night. And it was just this morning that he said, I have to go to the hospital because he knew he needed, I mean, he didn't know, God love him, he didn't know that he was dying. I mean, he knew that he had cancer and he knew he was very sick. But he was talking about going to Vegas for his birthday. And so, yeah, I mean, he was talking about that. So his mind wasn't thinking what was really happening. You know what I mean? Thank God that he still had hope. And she texted us when he passed. And I was so thankful I got to be able to speak to him shortly before he died. But you know what's weird? Because I was talking to Jason after, and I said, it's so surreal because Jason had called, you know, and he said, Mom, he said, Ryan's not going to make it. They're surmising, you know, just a few hours if you want to get here and, you know, say hi to him and stuff. So I got over there, excuse me, and I told him, I go, isn't it just surreal that just a couple hours ago we were speaking to him and last week you were with him and now he's gone. He's gone. I mean, life is so fleeting, and it's always when you go through a death that you really realize just how fleeting it is. Hi, Val. And you realize how precious and how fleeting and how fast it can go. And when they say here today, gone tomorrow, I mean, truly, that is what it is. And it's like, it's just like poof, and they're gone. And it's like, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did all those years go? And now she's gone. It's just such a, and I kept thinking about her as a mother, being a mother that lost a child. I kept thinking, and my heart goes out to her and I'll be there for her. But I keep thinking, you have no idea what you're going to be going through yet. You know what I mean? And like I was telling Jason today, I said, it's going to be 6 years next March that Tanya's gone. And there's aspects of it that's harder for me now than it was when she first passed. Now, I don't mean the first initial pain, that gut wrenching, can't catch your breath, can't sleep, you know, all that. Not like that. That part started to subside little by little. I'm talking where, as time goes on, the realization and the reality and the finalization of it really becomes apparent each year that goes by. Even though you know intellectually they're gone, in your heart you just don't, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't describe it, but it's just a sad situation, and to know she's got to go through all this. Thank you, Pussycat. Hi. You know, this is just the beginning. I mean, she's gone through hell and back for 5 years with this. Like I said, taking him to doctors, flying to Chicago, back and forth, and not to mention the hell he went through. Everything that they tried to do for him. And then he got to the point he had to have oxygen all the time. And he was so young, you know, he still tried to go to college. And then he got so weak that he couldn't do it. And to watch that as a mother, and she told me one day, she was crying and she said, Davida, I'm so angry. And I said, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay to be angry, you know? I mean, no one wants to see their child go through that, you know? But she has a lot of support, but that still doesn't take away the nights when she's laying in that bed. And I remember distinctly, I remember it so well at the funeral. And I've told you guys this before. Some of you might not have been in here, but I remember watching everybody when we were at the gravesite, and then when we were at the reception where there was food. And I remember looking around and I thought, everybody's life, when they leave, is going to go back to normal, you know? And they're going to think about me for a little bit. And then life goes on. I mean, it goes on. It goes on for all of us. But I knew what was going to happen. And it did. It did. And it's funny, well, not funny, but sad, really. But a lot of people, they leave because they don't know how to interact with you anymore, you know? And it's like, it was hurtful, but yet I really didn't care because I was so much into a depression. I didn't care because I probably wouldn't have talked to him anyway, you know, because I'm the type, when I'm depressed or hurting, I recluse. I don't want to, you know, talk all the time. I will kind of just go inward. But the problem is I go so inward that I can't hardly get back out again. And that's also what happened, with my channel, because when she died, I mean, YouTube became my only, what do you want to say? It was my saving grace on one hand. On the other hand, I didn't want to do anything. You know what I mean? I didn't want to make anything. I didn't want to DIY. And I had to force myself. Well, my channel took a hit. And then when I was at that other channel, oh, God, then I really took a hit because I wasn't doing what I normally would once I started to come out of that a little bit, So trying to get back now, it's hard once you get into that funk, but, little by little I try, but we'll see. I gotta go back and read. I always say life is just different than it's before. Oh yeah, it's most definitely different. Oh, you could, Susan? You could see that? Yeah, I go inward, and I really hate doing that but I can't help it. You know what I mean? It's not something I do deliberately. It's just who I am. I don't want to bug people with it. I don't want to boo-hoo, poor me, look at me. You know what I mean? That's just not me. And sometimes I just want to come on because I just want to be with friends, but it isn't that I'm, looking for any kind of sympathy. That's not my goal here. It's just that I didn't want to just sit with my thoughts because it can take you into, a really dark place. Oh yeah, and then you go through an angry stage. But, and the funny thing is, I never got mad at God. I can honestly say that. I never got mad at God. Where my anger, I don't know what words you want to use. What am I trying to say? Well, for a lack of a better word, where my anger showed itself was with people. And what I mean by that is I didn't have tolerance. Like when people would gripe about something so insignificant in my mind, it would be like, really? That's what you're worried about? Okay, go. I don't have time for you right now. You know what I mean? It was that type of thing. Or when customers would get mad because they weren't being waited on right away because you were waiting on somebody else. I would say things sometimes to them. I mean, I could have been fired, but they didn't fire me, but I could have been, because sometimes I got pissed. It was like, you know what? This little trouble where you have to stand here for an extra 5 or 10 minutes, if you don't like it, leave. And I did tell somebody that one day. I was so pissed. But this is what I mean. That's where my anger came out. But I mean, it's just such a gamut of feelings. And when this happened today, and here I was talking to him, knowing he was not going to live, knowing what his mother was going to go through. Oh, it was so bad. And, Jason, he was there while I was talking because, he was talking too. And, we just hugged and he said, I know, Mom. He said, it's hard. He goes, it just brings back everything. And he said, life is so short. I said, it really is. And he was so young. And then, of course, I think of the little one that I told you about where she's battling leukemia. And, it's just a bad deal all the way around. So anyway, like I said, I did go to Home Depot and I got a couple plants, and I'm gonna plant them tomorrow. And I'm gonna put them next to each other. Well, I'm gonna put one on one side of the door, one on the other side of the door, outside, and one's for Ryan, and one's gonna be for Tanya. But they still have to go through all the preparation of the funeral, which that was so hard for me because of her being a donor. It took so long. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. It's not like a regular funeral where you can just get it done, because the thought of her laying in this morgue, and she was there until, gosh, it was like 3 weeks after she passed. And, finally I said, I can't take it anymore. I said, I cannot take this anymore. I just want to keep going down there and be with her. And I said, we got to get this going because I can't do it. So then when it got time to do it, going to the funeral home and all that, then you go, oh God, the thought of her not being there anymore at all, not being on this earth anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just the stupidest thing. But I'm just telling you the things that were going through my head, But once she was buried and everything, it did ease up a little bit of the anxiety part of it. Not, the anxiety of her still being in that morgue. I just couldn't stand the thought of it anymore. So I think Ryan's will be relatively quick. I hope. Hi, Element. Hi, JC. Thanks, Flora. Love you too. Thanks, guys, for being here. I can't stand it when there's no one live. It just drives me nuts. It's so flippin' boring. I mean, I watch movies. But, and I could be doing, I really could be doing stuff, trust me. But I don't feel like it. That's the problem. You know what I mean? There's a lot I could be doing, but my heart's just not, it's not there. How long do funerals normally take on a regular? Because I know he's not a donor. Isn't it like, okay, so he passed today. He passed at 2:30 this afternoon. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wouldn't you think it would be by the end of the week? Okay, that's what I thought. Lisa Marie kept her son a month in her house. Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And the reason I couldn't, I understand it to a point, but the reason I don't think I could is because what I kept thinking about is you're up there and I want to be there, but I know you've got to go. And it's just prolonging the inevitable and the hurt and having to deal with all of it. You know what I mean? That's why I couldn't take it, because I was really starting to get agitated. And I kept saying, how much longer is this going to take? I can't do it. I can't. Because when you're thinking about them being up there, right away, as a mother, and it's your child, and you're thinking, I can't stand the thought of her being there alone. Although she was in heaven, it didn't matter. Her body was still, well, what was left of it, but you know what I mean. She was still physically, there was an aspect of her still there, and I couldn't stand the thought of her being there alone. It just drove me nuts. And that's what happens when I go to the gravesite. I don't know if any of you have this, but when I go to the gravesite, every time I leave, I hate when I go only for the fact of when I have to leave, because when I leave, I feel like I'm leaving her. You know what I mean? And I always have to intellectually say, she's not there, okay? She's not there. But I always think, but we're all leaving her right now. And she's laying there. You know what I mean? Your mind can do so many weird things. So I know that she'll go through that with Ryan. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about all of this, and I know she has all this yet to go through. And it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because he was so young. I mean, it breaks your heart no matter how old, right? But his life, I mean, being diagnosed at 15, I mean, for all intents and purposes, his whole teenage years were nothing but fighting this god-awful disease. You know? Oh, it is? His name is Ryan Pussycat? Yeah, it's just, you know, he has a sister. She's, gosh, I think she's 15 now. And that was it. Now she, you know, her brother's gone and it was just the two of them. So it's sad for all of them. It's sad for the siblings. It's sad for, like Jason said today, he goes, Mom, he goes, you know, it was hard enough losing my sister. He said, but I can't even imagine you and Dad losing your child. He goes, I just can't. He said, because it's on a completely different realm. And I said, yeah, I said, it is. I mean, every death is hard. Every death is hard. And when you don't have kids, the deaths that you go through, whether it be the parents or the siblings or, you know, maybe your favorite aunt or your best friend or whatever, that's all you know as far as the hurt. And that hurt is bad enough, you know, because you don't know any different. But when you do lose a child, I mean, especially the mothers, and I don't mean, I'm not taking anything away from the fathers because it's just as bad. My point being, you carry that child, you know, and, well, even adoption. I mean, people that adopt children, they love them just like their own. But when you carry that child and you're growing that life in you, and then it's taken, you know, it's just, it's so hard. But, you know, what are you gonna do? But that's when, and this is when I am thankful for my friends on YouTube. I truly, truly am, because like I said, a lot of the people I knew, they just kind of bailed because I don't know if they felt they didn't know what to say, they didn't know how to react. You know, a lot of their kids, you know, would see my kids and had been with them and they felt bad. I don't know. But all I know is they kind of just backed off, a lot of them. And that's when the people that I knew from YouTube were my friends, you know, and that's, except for my one friend that you guys have met, some of you, on a couple lives that I've done, is Terry. Terry was always there. And so she's been with me through everything, but, and there was a couple others that were there, you know, not all the time, not like Terry, but in and out. But still there, you know, calling once in a while. And then the others just, you know, were gone. And, you know, it's just the way it was. But like I said, in fairness to them, I reclused so much for the first couple years with, my tangible friends, that even if they had called all the time, I probably wouldn't have talked that much, you know? Oh, thanks, Flor. Thank you. Yes, and I'm so thankful for that, Pussycat. I truly, truly, truly am thankful for that. I can't even begin to tell you. You just said the same statement to my girlfriend today. Losing a child is different than losing a family member. It really is. I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from people that have lost, you know, like I said, loved ones. I'm not taking anything away from that because that pain is horrific. Horrific. And, you know, I've gone through both. I've gone through losing, you know, especially my grandmother that I loved with all my heart, you know, and I didn't think I'd ever feel any terrible pain other than that. Never. I thought that was the worst I ever felt. And then I lost my mother-in-law, and I became very close to, after my grandmother had passed, she became like, well, not as close, but I'm pretty darn close to how I felt about my grandmother. And then she passed unexpectedly. And then I thought that was the worst one. But when Tanya died, whole different ballgame. Whole different ballgame. It's not the same. I don't wish it on anybody. But it does give you empathy, like with Ryan's mom today, you know, and though I will be in contact with her, you know, and I will periodically keep in contact, you know, I mean, I'll see her at family functions and stuff, because a lot of times we'll all have holiday together. But, you know, I mean, I'll be in contact with her. But my heart bleeds because I just know. I mean, I don't know exactly because every mother has a different relationship with their child, and the dynamic is different with every child. And for instance, she had to watch him suffer for 5 years, okay? I didn't have to do that. Tanya's was so unexpected and so quick. So the bad part, if you can say bad part, good part, really isn't a bad or a good, but whatever. With the way she passed, I didn't get to say goodbye. Excuse me, I didn't get to say goodbye to her. With Ryan, she was able to sit there, like today when I got on speakerphone and talked to him, and he was still coherent enough to be able to hear what I said, because he was in and out. But she got a chance to say everything she wanted to say to him. Neither one is good. Neither one, anybody's going to say, hey, I want that one. You know what I mean? But so when she's grieving, she's going to remember all that she went through for those 5 years with him, you know what I mean? And trying to get help for him and go to these doctors and fly to different states. And mine was just all of a sudden I was called and said that my daughter's in the ICU and she's not going to make it. I mean, but the bottom line is the child's gone. The child is gone. But anyway, so yeah, I do believe that, Pussycat. I don't think I've always been a believer in this my whole life. I don't believe anything happens by happenstance. I believe there is always a divine direction, and you meet people for whatever reason, good and bad. And sometimes it's to teach you a lesson. Sometimes it's to show you love. Sometimes it's to build a friendship that will last forever. Sometimes it's only for a season. Whatever it is, there's no mistake in anything, and everything happens for a reason. It is hard when you don't see it coming. Oh, I completely agree with that. God puts people in your life at the time that you need to have, and I am a firm believer in that, always have been. Yeah, there is, Shannon, there is a bind. But I'll tell you what, I was always so glad to have the Lord because, as you all know, I am a believer. And I don't know what I would have done. I really don't. Because I can't tell you how I leaned on my faith. Yes, you have all of us. Mups. And good old night. I can't chase you away. Yeah, I'm dearly blessed with all of you. You're wonderful people. Yeah. Yeah. So what'd you guys do today? Did you have a good day? Did you do anything fun? It was weird. It was cloudy here today, overcast. And then when I left Jason's, all of a sudden it was so hot. And I thought, what the heck? It was like 60, well, maybe 64. And then when I left to go to Home Depot to get the plants, it was 87. I thought, where the heck did that come from? But tomorrow I'll go out and I'll plant the plants that I got. And, well, I don't know how much I'll do after that, but maybe I'll wash my car. I don't know. I got everything to make, I got this stuff before, and I have a couple videos I got to get out that I already did last week. I'm glad that I did that. So now I'll edit them and put them out because I don't want to do anything this week. I don't feel like it, but I will get out the videos I made prior. You know that pistachio, that Dubai chocolate bar that's going viral on TikTok? I got the stuff from Amazon to make that. I'll do a video when I do it. Oh, I'm glad, Pussycat. You told your mom about everyone? Thanks, Shannon. Hugs to you, too. Oh, she is far away from you, Pussycat? Does she live in a different state? It was cloudy and rainy there, Elemen. It was a beautiful day, extra warm. Oh, that's nice. 46 and windy. Rain all week in Pennsylvania. Hi, Lori C. How are you? How's your husband and your mom? It's done nothing but rain, Val? Rained here a couple days ago. That was unexpected. Oh, she's in Chicago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a TikToker. But if you look up the Dubai chocolate bar, it's on YouTube. It looks really good. I hope it is good. But everyone that tries it says it is good. We'll see. Then I had to make the appointment, the other day I had to make the appointment for Gracie to get her rabies shot. Because I called the vet, okay? And I said, she's due for her rabies shot in July, and I want to get it taken care of. And, oh, yeah, okay. And I said, so we can just get the rabies shot? Mm-hmm. oh, but the doctor will have to look at her just for a wellness checkup. And I said, you know what, let's cut to the chase. I said, I want a rabies shot. How much are you quoting me for me to get her rabies shot? Okay, well, the vet visit is 95, and then the shot is 27. Okay, I said, let's go about this a different way. Why don't you send me her records for her shots, and where can I get just a rabies shot without paying over $100? So she got kind of quiet and whispered, and she goes, okay. She said, if you go to... So she told me where to call. So I have an appointment with the community. It's like, it's like the community center where you can have classes and stuff in your city. You know what I mean? Commerce, whatever. And they do it one Wednesday out of the month, the first Wednesday of every month. And so I made my appointment. So she has her appointment for the 4th of June for her rabies shot, $22. That's all. That's all I wanted to know. She just needs a rabies shot. She doesn't need to come in for anything. Oh, it just irritates me. Petco, I did try to call them one time, but they also said that they wanted to see her, that the doctor would have to see her. And I thought you guys just gave rabies shots before. You make a good pistachio tort. You need an arc. Mom is great. Hubby has shingles. Oh no. And a question for anyone, chat. My hubby has a black spot on his neck. Never was there before. So worried. It is almost, wait a minute. Hubby, black spot on his neck. Never there before. Worried it's almost like a mole. Take him to the, do you have a dermatologist? Because Mark had a black, looked kind of like a mole too, and it was on his ankle. And I said, you need to go get that looked at. And he's the worst procrastinator in the whole wide world. Drives me nuts. I'm the type, when I have to get something done, it gets done last week. I cannot stand sitting on something. It drives me. I have to get it done or it drives me nuts. Well, he's just the opposite. Okay, I'll get it done. Okay, I'll get it done. And on and on. Well, he waited and waited and waited. And I said, I'm telling you, you need to go get that looked at. So he finally went. It was nothing. Absolutely nothing. So don't get real worried yet, okay? Because his was nothing. They took it, I think they burned it off or lasered it or something. But they took a biopsy, because they always take a biopsy. And it was nothing. Oh, vet prices are unbelievable. But just tell them to go to the dermatologist and they zap it. I've never had shingles. My dad had shingles. He had them bad, really bad, one time. You're that way too bad. But Pussycat no, we're not the same month. You're not a Virgo, are you? Where you need to go, Shannon? You've had both L&M? Yeah, get it checked. But no, I would have sworn, I'm not joking. And it was pretty big. I mean, well, it was the size of probably a pencil eraser, the top of a pencil eraser. And I thought, you better get that checked. It was nothing. We had both shots. Arm was super sore. What shots? Gracie, no. No, I've never had any shot of any kind. Even hormones. Finally, my doctor now, because she used to bug the heck out of me. And she'd say, Davida, you know, and I'd go, don't even bother. Don't, because I'm not going to do it. I go, it's great. Anybody else, you know, to each his own. I have no problem with that. But don't keep bugging me. You know how I feel. I mean, I've been going to her for over 20 years. So that's why I talk to her that way. But so now when she called me, she said, do I even bother to say, do you want a pneumonia? I said, no. She goes, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So, and that's what she says now. I go, no, you don't have to bother me. Nah, I'm fine. Your mom had shingles on her face. Ooh, who was it? Who was it? Was it one of you guys that had shingles by your eye? Or was it somebody who was it? And the shingles was right by their eye. Now that's dangerous. Ooh, 3 weeks? Wow. You know what I did get? And I'm not sure about it yet. Has anyone seen the GLP patches? And it's supposed to work like, something like the Mounjaro, but first of all, I can't afford it. Second of all, I don't want to take it. But I would like something to kind of get me going, you know, as far as weight loss. And so anyway, has anyone seen the patch I'm talking about? Hi, Beth. Hi, Ladybug Toes. How are you? So good to see you guys. Oh, you have asthma? Yeah, and see, this is what I mean. I have no problem. I'm not one, oh my gosh, you need to do this, you need to do that. To each his own, you know? I have no problem. You need it, do it. What was I saying now? I was getting it. I was coming to a point here, and now I forgot it. Do you guys do that? I'm right, and it's at the tip of my tongue. I'm thinking, what the heck was I just saying? Oh, the patch. It's that patch that you see on Facebook and on TikTok where they're saying it really helps with cravings and all that. Well, I started using it, and it's okay, you know, but then all of a sudden my stomach was hurting. And I thought, okay. I started taking a gummy prenatal vitamin. And the reason I'm taking the prenatal is I always felt really good on the prenatal vitamins. And those were fine because I've been taking those now for a couple weeks. And that was fine. Then I introduced the patch. Well, then I started getting a stomach ache. And I thought, I wonder if it's the patch, or I wonder if I ate something that didn't agree with me. So then I thought, shoot. So I thought, okay, I'm going to stop the vitamin and I'm going to stop the patch and let my body have a complete rest from anything. Then I'll introduce just the patch, probably tomorrow, without the vitamin. And I'll do the patch for a few days and see how I feel. And if I feel okay, then I know it wasn't the patch. Then I'm going to take the vitamin again, and we'll see how that goes. Because I had to stop everything so I could reboot and then start one at a time so I can try to figure out if, and it could be neither one were giving me the stomach ache. It could have been something I ate. I sent her home. Then it spread. She went to the doctor. Very serious near eye. It is very serious near the eye. Very serious. You know, I take back what I just said about shots. I think I may get the shingles shot. I think I may get that. Not sure yet, but that's the only one that I'm kind of, well, okay, because you know when you go to the pharmacy to get your prescription, because I get my prescription for my heart and my thyroid, they'll always say, do you want your flu shot today? Do you want your pneumonia shot today? Do you want your, AYZ shot today? I go, no, 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 no. And, but maybe the shingles, I might. But other than that, I've never done a flu shot. Haven't done the pneumonia shot. Not saying it's wrong, just for me, myself. I've just never, I'll just pass, I said. I'll just pass, thank you. Thank you very much. So what are you doing? What kind of work are you doing, Ladybug? Yeah, the patch element. Have you seen it? It's called the GLP patch. It's all over Facebook and all over TikTok. Hugs to you too, Ladybug. You had a stomach thing last week, and I think it was the powder supplement. See what I mean? Did you stop it, Muppets, and did it go away when you stopped it? How's your tooth, by the way? Oh, love my curves. Oh, Pussycat, I've got curves for days. I'm so curvy you'd get sick if I was a road. You'd be twisting and turning everywhere. Did you find it helpful? Beth, the shingles? You're a caregiver for Mom. Okay, getting her meds for the week. God bless your heart, Ladybug Toes. God love you. You did the shingles. You know, that's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times. Shingle shot, shingle shot, shingle shot, shingle shot, shingle shot. Oh, I did a shingle shot. That is a tongue twister, though. Yeah, I only had twice and stopped after that. Tooth okay, not great. You're wearing a roller coaster? Hi, Diamond, how are you? Oh, is that right, Diamond? They didn't, insurance didn't pay for it? You know what, and that's what I have found. Yeah, trust me, there's so much, Jay, there is a lot to love. Pussycat, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night, sweetie. Yeah, that's, I was going to say, that's what I was going to say is I always make sure that I call my insurance before I have a procedure done or go to a doctor to make sure that they're going to pay for it. Because I have had things happen in the past where they didn't. I had no clue that I had to call them. I always thought, I don't know what I thought, I was an idiot. But I thought that they pay for, you have insurance, they pay for it. Well, that's not necessarily true. And sometimes they only pay for a certain amount, or sometimes they don't pay for a doctor. They may not pay for a specific doctor. So you always have to make sure, and with prescriptions as well. So I always make sure, and I have that card where you get, discount off for your prescriptions. And I'll always make sure that they are looking to see which one is cheaper. I always do that. I don't care if they get mad or not. I don't care if they're, busy. I always tell them, I'll wait. I want to know which one's cheaper. Just dealing with dental issues. Peptoids. I have a tablespoon of my coffee daily. It was recommended by a trainer to help heal my broken hand joints, and I think it worked. Okay, Shannon, wait a minute. Your broken hand joints, did you have terrible pain in your hand? And where do you get peptoids? Oh, and then the other thing that made me sad, because Josh is leaving. He's going to Tennessee. But we're all going to dinner June 7th because they leave June 15th is their last day here. So that's going to be hard. Just for the fact knowing that he's going to, he's not going to be a hop, skip, and a jump to his house. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know. So expensive. That's your birthday, Lori? Well, happy birthday. Lori has a birthday coming up. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. In case I don't see you on your birthday. My hands. The arthritis. I'll tell you what, Muppets, that stuff that you got me, I bathe my hands in that. Because the arthritis, oh my God, it hurts so bad sometimes. And Jason, you're welcome, Lori, love you. You broke your right hand a year ago and they wanted to do surgery. I refused the surgery. It was a 50-50. You can get the powder peptoids at the drugstore. We get Costco and BJ's though. Oh, I don't have dancing cowboys, Beth, you animal. What was I just saying now? I was singing to Lori. Huh. Oh, yeah, my hand. And sometimes it's so bad. I'm thinking, dear God. But it's not rheumatoid. It's not that kind. It's the osteoporosis? Is that what they call it? No. It's osteoarthritis is what I have. And so I bathe in the hand stuff. And then I have braces, but they're not the hard ones. They're the soft, but they have cushioned by the thumb part. And I put those on after I put the medicine on it. Yeah, I will Google that. But I know. One time I got this collagen. Not Angelian. The chick that does the exercise, Jillian. Come on, Jillian. Oh, crap, I can't remember her full name. Anyway, so I bought some of the collagen and I thought, I'll give it a whirl. It hurt my stomach bad. So I gave it to Wendy and Aubrey and I said, if it hurts your stomach, throw it away because it wasn't cheap. And I said, but if it works, use it because, it's good stuff, but my stomach couldn't take it. And they seemed to be fine, so they used it, but I just couldn't do it. I do take turmeric I do take turmeric, Elemen, for that very reason, because I heard that it's good too for that. But you know what's funny? Is my stomach just started getting worse as I got older. Things bother my stomach more now because before I had a stomach of lead. I mean, I could eat anything. And as I've gotten older, I've noticed that things bother my stomach more now than it ever did. So you use the stuff that Shannon's talking about. Does it hurt your stomach, Muppets? And your stomach doesn't hurt? You know what? That's what I have to get because trying to open jars sometimes, oh my God, it hurts my hands so bad. And I always had very strong hands, really strong. And sometimes now when I try to open it on its own, so that doesn't hurt your stomach. So what was the stuff that you took that you think did hurt your stomach, Muppets? I just hand jars to Glenn. I have one of those rubber grippy type things that you get from the real estate people that they leave by your door sometimes with their name on it. And I use that to try to open, and that helps a lot sometimes. Oh, it was a pre-workout powder for energy, okay. Hey, Flora, when are you going live again if you're still here? Wonder where Hell is. She's probably sleeping. See, I always get so screwed up because I'm over in the West Coast where it's only 10 to 9 here, where a lot of you are like 2 and 3 hours ahead of me. Oh, you're going live tomorrow? Oh, cool. How's Irene doing? What have you been doing, Flora? Or what haven't you been doing? She may not be sleeping with all the tornadoes. Oh, wait a minute. Where are the... Heather's got the tornadoes again? Oh my gosh, it's almost 1 there, Muppets. You need to go to bed. You have to work tomorrow. What's Night doing? God bless Dandy. She wants to get out here to California so bad, bless her heart. It's almost midnight. You got to go to bed too, Shannon. All you guys got to go to bed. You'll go to bed and I'll sing. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness. Tennessee, Kansas, Georgia, Texas. Wow. Oh, Night's listening to me. Hi, Night. Oh, Lori, it's almost midnight there for you too. Oh, God bless you. Well, you go to bed too, sweetie. All you guys staying up. God love you. You guys go to bed. I don't want to keep you up. I know you don't want to go to bed, Muppets. I know. I can't sleep yet. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I always am. I had egg rolls. Frozen. They're okay. I want to make a carrot cake. Come on, Davida, speak. I want it, but I don't want to make it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, carrot cake really sounds good with cream cheese dressing. Dressing. Okay, guys, listen to me. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, carrot cake sounds really good with cream cheese dressing. Idiot. Stupid. God, Vita. Come on, woman, think. Cream cheese frosting. Ooh, you had cheeseburger and eclair cake. You made an eclair cake? You're always up late, my second shift hours, even after retiring. Really, Di? Dressing every time. Doing real good with healthy eating. I'm doing not. Yeah, I gotta get better at it. But I do like carrot cake. I really do. Dang it. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. There's so much I should do. I could do. I don't want to do. I wonder if it's going to be hot tomorrow. Probably. Probably will be. What I need to do, I know, Shannon, but I love pies too. I love apple pie. I love lemon pie. Love lemon anything. I love lemon. Oh, I bought when I was buying my plants from Home Depot because they had a sale. I got a lilac and lavender, because you can put lavender into tea and you can put lavender into this cake and frosting I want to make. It looks so good. You make a simple syrup out of the lavender and you can put that in lemonade, and you can also put the lilac. You can put, because lilac's edible, you can put lilac and you make a syrup, or you can put it right into the lemonade. And then if you want to have a cocktail, you can put vodka into that as well. Wouldn't that be refreshing? I wonder if you could put tequila with the lilac and the lemonade, or the lavender and the lemonade with tequila. Which do you think would be better, vodka or tequila? Oh my gosh, I love lemon pie. Lori, please send it to me, please. The lemon pie. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. It only takes 15 minutes to make and set about 4 hours. Does it have that real light, like creamy stuff? Beth, you're quite an animal. Make your clothes fall off. I bet you that would be a good cocktail, though, wouldn't it? It would be very nice in the summer if you were having a party or something. If you like lemonade, which I love lemonade. If I want to try something amazing. Looking back here. You're wide awake, Element. You don't like pie? I don't like every pie. I like pumpkin. It's pudding, Cool Whip, hot fudge. Oh my gosh, that sounds good. Well, let me be the first, Beth. I like making my lemon pie really, really tart. I like it really lemony tart. Do you think I should get StreamYards? I'm not going to pay for it, the free one. Because I think Flor said you can have, I think she pays for hers, but I think the free one you can have up to, crap, I can't remember now, how many people. That way people could come up and talk if they wanted. Yes, what for? Yes, how many people? Okay, 6. If you have the free, you have up to 6, you can have up to 6 people. Because I'm thinking when nobody's live, I could go up and just do a live. Although I like when people are live because I like listening. Oh, hi, Nightmare. I didn't see you there. It was delicious, you can confirm. I bet it was. How's Miss Kravitz doing, Mups? Is she still watching the house? You go back in October, right? Oh, and then I had to get all my papers together. Remember I told you for my real ID? That was fun. The name of your firstborn. No, I'm being facetious, but. Zoom is free too. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's fun to get on there sometimes and do stuff. There she is. There's Nightmare. When does your work time? I know you work certain months of the year, Nightmare. StreamYard is having a few issues right now, so maybe Zoom. Oh, really? StreamYard is having issues? Thanks, Mups. I'll look when I get off. Thank you, hon. You need to do what, Val? That would be Jason. Lori wants that recipe, Muppets. Oh, I was going to tell you about Jason. So he goes, and then, this is him. He goes, and then, he goes, I'm going outside to turn off the fountain, because they have this big, they have a couple fountains, but this one fountain's out on the side. It's hard to describe. But anyway, they have this real slick marble type stuff in their backyard that's in between the grass, okay? The walk, you've seen their backyard, so you know what I'm talking about. You know, where the white, it's like a marbly type thing. Well, he went out in his socks and it was wet. It had started to rain. And he twisted his knee all the way around. And he goes, and when I did it, he goes, I thought, oh, crap. He goes, I knew I did something. And it's hurting him now really bad. And I said, you need to go get an MRI because you cannot be going to Europe. Because remember, I told you they're all flying to Europe for that wedding. I go, first of all, you're going to be on a plane for 14 hours. Second, you're going to be in pain. And in Europe, you walk all over the place, right? I go, there's no way you're going to be, because he's going to be there for 2 weeks because they're going to different countries while they're there because a lot of the countries are so close together. So I said, you have got to get this taken care of and you got to get it taken care of now because depending on what's wrong, I think he tore the meniscus, but I'm not a doctor. Who knows? Whatever the case is, if he does have to have surgery, he's going to have time to recoup. Bless his heart. So now he's got that plus, you know, his nephew from marriage, Ryan, just passing. So, you know, God, when it rains, it pours. You have a Jason and Jeremy too, Beth? Do you really? If my daughter had been a boy, it would have been Jared. So then I would have had Jason, Jeremy, Josh, and Jared.
You work from mid-June to
Yeah, I remember something about that, but I couldn't remember the months.
mid-June to mid-October.
October.
I do with the Jamie.
For good measure. Beth is on a roll tonight.
That's what, you know what? That's what we
should do is we should get recipes together and somehow get them typed up. Well, not necessarily typed, you can write it, whatever. And just put it on a community post for maybe a couple recipes that is a couple of your favorites and swap them. I know when I was working at the school, because I worked at the school for 6 years, and the teachers, we did 2 different cookbooks. You know what I mean? When they put them all together, but it's like a school one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm almost out of juice. Dang it. Anyway, I was in a couple of those, and I put in some recipes.
Isn't that a good idea?
Muppets could put in her eclair cake or pie.
Well, before I run out of juice,
What are you guys doing tomorrow now?
oh,
My green bean salad that's not really a salad, that one, Muppets? Remember that? That is a good salad, isn't it? The salad that's really not a salad. Yeah, I love that one too for summer. Yeah, I can give you guys that one. That one's really easy. Actually, I did a video of making that. What I think I'm going to make tomorrow just to have isn't really for dinner, although you could eat it for dinner, is my, well, if you like ceviche. I love ceviche. Remember that went on for days.
I love crab.
I really do love crab. You can make a crab ceviche too. But I use shrimp, and I think I have everything. But with ceviche, I have to have restaurant type tortillas to eat with it. It's really good. If you like shrimp and you like salsa, you'd like that. But you have to like shrimp. But if you don't like shrimp, really, what it boils down to is almost a pico de gallo. Only you're putting shrimp with it and cucumber. Well, it's not really a pico de gallo, I guess, then, is it? Forget it. Forget I said that. It's not pico de gallo without shrimp. But I also like gazpacho.
You know what, Dinah?
My cilantro is going really good in my terracotta pot. I'm so happy because I use a lot. Look at there, what I'm watching again. I'm trying to watch something to make me happy. Nona. It's so good. Love that show. I love cilantro. And my cilantro is really, ooh, she's making cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
You know what I almost bought
today, but I thought, you know what? I can't keep spending the money on this. Ooh, she's making biscuit. citronella, the plant. It smells exactly like citronella candles, and on the package it said no more mosquitoes, and it was a big plant of that, and it smelled like citronella.
Well, if you like shrimp,
You would love ceviche, so I'll tell you how to. I did a video on that too.
I made that.
I made a video on. I have over 1,000 videos. Did you know that? But yeah, I made a video on their ceviche. I made a video on my caramel corn. I made a video on my bucatini amatriciana. I made a video on my green bean salad. I think I made one on my fettuccine. I made that. Pretty sure I made a video on that, almost positive.
Did I make one on my
Spaghetti and meatballs? Can't remember. Anyway.
We designed and produced a
Small
small
family recipe book. Had all our family donate their favorite along with a funny family memory. Oh, how cool. That's great.
Maybe we could find a funny memory. I'm gonna lose power. I'm on.
On red now, damn it. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to end with a prayer real quick. I'm going to pray for Ryan's family. So if you'd like to just join me in this, or just listen, or whatever you do, but I just want to say a real quick prayer. Father, it's been a hard day. I just ask you to be with the family right now. This is the hardest thing that they're ever going to go through. Jesus, just be with each and every one of them right now. Just let them know more than ever that your presence is there, and that Ryan now is truly in the arms of you. Father, these coming days are going to be extremely hard. And I just ask you to give us the grace to get through each and every day, especially his family and what they're going to be going through. Just give them a peace that they're not even going to be able to understand themselves where it came from in a time that they're going through like they are right now, that they're going to have this peace that they're just not even going to be able to understand. Father, I thank you for the time that Ryan did have with all of us. I thank you for who he was. I thank you so much that I got the opportunity to be able to talk to him right before he passed. Thank you so much for that. Father, I thank you for all these people that are here with me right now. Father, I ask you to bless each and every one of them. A lot of them are going through things of their own. Father, just bless their hearts, bless their families, be with them. Go ahead of them. Keep your angels around each and every one of them. I thank you for bringing them into my life. Father, I ask you for many more good days with them.
Just keep us close to you.
Keep everyone safe.
And we ask this in your son's
His precious name. Amen.
So that's that.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, thank you, Lori.
Yeah, I
Always think of your mom and your husband now. He's on the list. Thank you, Ladybug Toes. Thanks, Beth. Muppets. Element, Shannon. Everyone that might watch on the Val. Hope I'm getting everyone. JC, Knight. I hope I'm getting everybody. Diamond, Lori. I hope I got everybody. Elaman, I said you. Okay, good. Anyway, don't forget Floor's going to be on tomorrow night. I may come on during the day. Love you, Floor. What time, Florida, tomorrow? 10 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock mine?
She'll let us know. Yeah, and I'll get that
StreamYards. I'll get that StreamYards and maybe we'll do something with that special, excuse me, especially with the holidays coming up. You guys, it's almost 4th of July, and what does that mean? As soon as the 4th of July is over, bada bing, bada boom, you're right into, you know what? I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it. You know what I'm going to say.
Okay, so Florida's going to be on at
10 o'clock her time, 7 o'clock my time.
Love you guys. Take care.
You're the best. Love you. Okay, thanks, Floor. That's right, Chris. That's right, Muppets. Okay, guys. Night. Oh, remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. Night. Night, Nightmare.